Hey y'all, it's Arwen. My tripod's broken, so you got the wiggly hand. Sorry. I've still got a bit of a cold, but I wanted to do a video response to RavenRose. RavenRose is somebody new to me here on YouTube. She just hit 100 subscribers and she's having a contest, so go check her contest out. I'll link you in the drop down. And part of her contest was to do a response, comment or video response to the question, what was the most important thing or the most useful thing you were told when you started on your path? Gotta change hands. Oops, hold on. So mine was read. And don't read only pagan books. Now, when I started in the craft, that wasn't really so much of a rejoinder because there really weren't that many books out there. This was 1985 when I first started, when I first dedicated 85. So yeah, it would have been 85 or 84 that I got this information. And I read books. I read When God Was a Woman. Let's see, M. Esther Harding, Merlin Stone, who's been debunked, but I still like her stuff. Gimbutas, I can't think of her first name. I read anthropology, I read sociology, I read archaeology. I read a lot of books. And the point of the reading was not to necessarily agree with everything that I read, because I didn't, but to get, a grasp of how deep the bones of Wicca are. Now, I was not taught that Wicca is an ancient religion. What? Witchcraft is. Wicca is, to me, and this is how I frame it, it's a new dress on old bones. Now, it's a remade dress because there are things that were older, but for me, Wicca is not an old, ancient, Neolithic religion. Shamanism, yes. Now, there are some pieces of shamanism in the way I practice my Wicca. Excuse me, y'all. So, but the most important thing I was ever told, RavenRose, read. And I still do. I like to read all sorts of crazy things. Now, my personal fun reading, I'm reading fantasy, urban fantasy, high concept fantasy, paranormal romance. I write paranormal romance, so of course I'm going to read it. I read contemporary historical romance. I am very much a escapist reader. But for my literature and what I teach my students, when I have them, don't have any right now, I have a list. And if somebody who comes to me and says they want to be my student, I send them to that list. That list is old. I've had it up for a good 20 years now. And the number of people who have written to me asking to be my student, who have actually looked at that list and read it, I can number on one hand. So it's an interesting culling process, if you will. But read, y'all. Read everything you can. Read things that debunk Wicca. Read things that don't debunk Wicca. Just read. And see what you get. See where it takes you. Because I think the mind that's well read has the best defense. That's just my take on it. I also think that if you meet anybody who's ever been a student of mine, they will never say to you, if they're not being tongue-in-cheek, because my teacher said so. In fact, I tripped one of my students up badly once on that. And I love her. We're still good friends. But it was a fun time because she learned that I really do want you to speak your own mind. I don't want you to just blindly agree with me. It's not why I'm a teacher. So, thanks so much for asking the question. I know I haven't been doing videos, y'all. I'm gonna try. I promise. Seek joy, y'all, and pass it on. I'm Arwen, and you can find me online at tarotbyarwen.com. Bye. Maybe bye. It's harder to hit the button when you're not looking at it.